Rivian has finally released information about the highly anticipated Rivian R2. Start with performance. At launch, the R2 will come in a dual motor configuration and have 656 horsepower, 609 pound-feet of torque, and do 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. And one of the most important things people are going to be curious about is battery and charging. Rivian hasn't released information as far as battery pack size, but speculation says around 75 to 80 kilowatt hours for the smaller battery pack, and 95 to maybe around 100 for the larger battery pack. We can expect range to be 300 plus miles. Marquez Brownlee released his video, and in that video it shows 253 miles of range at 83%, which extrapolate that out to about 310 miles of range. And of course, Rivian has access to the Tesla supercharger network, and now they've moved the charge port to the rear left, making it easy to access chargers without taking up multiple stations. The R2 is going to be about 15 inches shorter than the R1S and about 2,000 pounds lighter. It's going to be about the same size as the Tesla Model Y, but it'll have plenty of legroom, headroom, cargo space, all that you would expect from, a good size EV. It's also going to be able to fit 95% of males with the seats folded down in the back in case you like car camping. The R2 is going to have 9.7 inches of ground clearance, which is great for those that want to do some off-roading. Obviously, you're not going to be doing any crazy rock crawling with it, but it's pretty good. It's about the same ground clearance as the previous 4Runner. And of course, without having those air springs and that more simpler suspension, you'll be able to do some aftermarket stuff and maybe lift it. From a styling perspective, the R2 looks just like the R1S, just shrunk it down. It's got a little bit softer body lines in the front, just for Euro crash pedestrian standards, but it still retains that boxy styling that we all know and love from Rivian. Even on the interior, it gives Rivian vibes, although it is a little bit cheaper looking from what we can see in pictures and videos. And just like we saw originally, the R2 does retain that slide down rear window, just like you see in the 4Runner and vehicles like that. The starting price for the R2 is going to be around $45,000, which is $30,000 less than the starting price of the R1S. But I suspect launch edition, this dual motor launch edition, is going to start probably around $65,000. And then the tri-motor is probably going to be closer to $70,000. But I think the R2 is going to be a hit. I think it's got great specs. It's got decent charging. It's got good enough range. It's going to have the performance and the looks that people really desire in this kind of market. But the price point is really where it's going to make a difference for Rivian. It's going to help bring Rivian to the next level, make them sell more cars, make them more profitable, and hopefully bring the company closer to Tesla and being competitive.